Council from going ahead with planned library closures. If it's upheld at a hearing this week, there'll be a full judicial review of the Council's plans. And as Katie Razzle reports, it's become a fight for the hearts and minds of the reading public.
Welcome to the front line of protest. The leafy lanes of Gloucestershire now engaged in battle. They're fighting for the survival of their community, they say, with every weapon they have. This, the trophy, the county's library service.
It just seems inconceivable that a place the size of Bletchley can be without a county-operated library. It is quite inconceivable, and something that we will fight for as long and as hard as we can.
Amongst the troops, a retired clergyman, an octogenarian book reviewer, a town councillor, a member of the Women's Institute, the heart of radicalism beating loudly here. For the Friends of Gloucestershire Libraries have just made history. Last week, for the first time ever, the High Court ordered an injunction to stop library cuts, and it had Gloucestershire in its sights.
Although we're disappointed that it's been necessary to take the county to court, frankly we're delighted that the injunction has been granted, because we think this will give an opportunity for the democratic process to be managed by the court that we haven't been able to manage ourselves locally.
Bletchley, one of 10 the council plans to close. That's almost a quarter of the county's libraries. It needs to save £114 million. Despite Gloucestershire's often picturesque locations, more than half the council's budget goes on social services. Those need protecting, it argues.
The last one,
We have to wait and see, I think.
The council wants to save £2 million on libraries by getting community groups to run some of them, by cutting opening hours, and by closing all its mobile services. These loan around 100,000 books a year to the likes of Tony Parker, who's been borrowing here since 1969.
Because I've got no car, and I only use the bus twice a week. And I'd have to make a special journey if we went into town to the library in town, because I couldn't carry the books and the grocery.
So the Cotswolds now leading the charge against library cuts. The council retorting this is about big society, empowering local groups to take over.
We've got a situation where communities are now coming forward and saying we can run these libraries in a different way, so why shouldn't we take that opportunity to deliver that service in a different way and help to maintain funding for the most vulnerable in our communities?
we are not professional librarians.
Those manning the barricades say they were given an ultimatum. Take over your library or it will close. They called them the big legal guns.
The council is in clear breach of its statutory duties and in clear breach of its legal obligations, and that's why court action is so effective, and that's why we've been able to obtain an interim injunction which prevents the council from taking further steps at present until this matter is looked at by the court.
So are they on the road to victory, or is this just an expensive delay? A bucolic battleground being watched by campaigners across the country. The case is back in court next week.
Katie